Oh.
Okay, so yesterday we were looking for amounts and numbers that were greater than. So now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to look for numbers that are less than. Okay, do you say that? Less than. Okay, another word to use is fewer. Do you say fewer? Fewer. Okay? All right, so here's our video. Listen up, eyes up here.
What does the picture show? The white tigers are matched with the orange tigers so they can be compared.
1 to 1, right?
Why are lines connecting each orange tiger to a white tiger? To show matching. Why is there an X marked over the orange tigers? To show that the number of tigers in that group is less than the number in the other group. How is this picture like the first picture? The tigers are lined up and matched 1 to 1, and the group that is less in number than the other group has an X marked on it. How is it different? The tigers are stacked on top of one another instead of side by side. Now look at these groups. Is the number of orange tigers less than the number of white tigers? You can find out by matching. The number of orange tigers is less than the number of white tigers. How do you know?
Okay, so how do we know that the number of orange tigers is less than the number of white tigers? How do we know this, Ethan? Okay, by counting is one way to do it. How else did they show it, Aiden? Matching the 1 to 1, right? They do the lines. You draw the lines in the air. Okay? So when we match them, we see that there's one white tiger that doesn't have a partner, does it? So that lets us know the orange tigers have fewer and the white tigers have more. Thumbs up, everyone got it? Okay, guys, pencils are down. Nothing should be open right now. Put your feet on the floor, right then? Okay, thank you.
There is a white tiger that can't be matched, so there are not as many orange tigers. What words can you use to compare the orange tigers to the white tigers?
Okay. Remember the words that we just talked about to compare them? Less than, fewer, right? So to select each orange tiger to see if the number of orange tigers is less than the number of white. So here we go. 1 to 1. 1 to 1. 1 to 1. 1 to 1. Oh, there's poor little guy. There wasn't an orange tiger for him to be a part of. Was there? Was there? No? Okay, so that's how we know that the orange is less than the white.
You can use the words less than. You compared groups and showed which group had less than the other group. Good job!
Well, thank you. Okay. All right. Go ahead and get your name on top of our paper. All right, so on our first paper, the solve and share. Okay. We're going to be comparing 2 different stuffed animals. Okay? So you see in her hands, she has 2 different animals. Okay, so listen up to the question.
There are 5 stuffed animals on one shelf and 3 teddy bears on a different shelf. Which group has fewer stuffed toys? How do you know? Show your work.
Okay, so Riley, how many stuffed animals? 2. No, 2 was never mentioned. Put those away. Put those away. Because we're not listening, right? Okay, who can tell me? There was how many stuffed animals on one shelf then? 3 what? It said 3 teddy bears on one shelf, okay? And then how many animals on another shelf? Does anyone remember? Jenna? 5. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. So you got your pencils ready? Okay, so on the top shelf, let's draw 5 counters to represent 5 animals. Okay, so like I heard she's got giraffe. giraffes, so we'll pretend that they're giraffes. So let's put 5 on the top shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many teddy bears did they say, Will? 3. So let's put those on the bottom shelf, okay? Count. 1. Oops. Oh, goodness. Okay. 2, 3. Okay, so just from looking at our counters, which one is fewer, the animals on the top or the animals on the bottom? Graded. The animals on the top are fewer? No, the ones, the bottom. Okay, so here's another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to match them up 1 to 1. Do that. That's another way to see it. You drew counters, but please do that right now. Match them top to bottom, top to bottom. So on the top shelf, we have 2 more animals. So that lets us know this group has more on top, but the teddy bears that were on the bottom is fewer. So that's the one. They want us to know which ones are fewer. Okay, you guys got that? Thumbs up? Thank you, George. I'll give you a thumbs up right away. Okay, lift and turn to the next page. Lift that page up. And you'll see from the video the tigers. Right here. I'm holding it up for you. Okay. So here's what they're doing today on these papers. So remember, listen to the directions. It's going to be the same for a lot of them. Okay? All right, this one. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So listen carefully. They did the first one for us. It says, have the students draw lines to match the toys 1 to 1 from one group to the other. Then we're going to mark an X on the group, an X on the group that has less than the other group. So they did the first one for us. Go ahead and match the bunnies down to the owls. Trace over those lines 1 to 1. Match them up. And which one do they put an X on? Which animal, Ethan? The owls. Because the owls have less. Because there's one extra rabbit, right? So that one has more. So trace over the X for the owls. Trace over it, your pencil. Okay. All right, let's go ahead to the rocking horses, and then those are like the Jack-in-the-Box toys. Go ahead and match those toys 1 to 1. Match them 1 to 1. All right, which ones are we going to put an X on? Which one has fewer, Georgia? The Jack-in-the-Box on the bottom. Very good. So let's put an X on that group. That group has fewer. Okay, everyone understand how we're doing this today? Yeah. Great. Okay, watch. I'm taking my paper and I'm flipping the whole thing over. Okay, here we go again. We have drums and we have trumpets. Matching 1 to 1. Same thing we're doing. Which group has fewer? Raise your hand to tell me. Ben H, which one has fewer, the drums or the trumpet? Trumpet. So we're going to put an X on the trumpet. Very good. All right, over to the hats and the game pieces there. Those are like little game pieces. Make me think of like a... Sorry. Okay, match them 1 to 1. All right, which one has less? Which one has less, Riley?
Those game pieces.
Yeah, those red game pieces. Very good, because 2 is less than 3. Did you guys say that? 2 is less than 3. So we're going to put an X on the group of 2, the 2 game pieces. Okay, now be careful on the bottom here. We have purple puzzle pieces and we have green puzzle pieces. So as you match them, you have to match a green to a purple. We're not matching green to green and purple to purple. You're matching one of each. All right, so here we go. Green to purple. Green to purple. Green to purple. Okay. Which color do we have less of? Which group has less, Victoria? green has less? Okay, 1, 2, 3, I have 4. I have 1 extra green piece. So that means I have more green, right? So which one is less? The purple, because the purple, I can't give them an extra match for the green, right? So the green has more. Okay, so I'm gonna put an X here on the purple, because they're all right in the middle there. So put a big X on the purple pieces. Because don't put an X on any of the green, just those purple ones. Be careful. Guys, I'm sure you do, if you need to, if it's easier, kindergarten, listen up. When they're spread out like that, if you would rather, when you match them up, if you say, you know, it's too hard for me to put a big X, you can just put X's on each purple piece to show that those ones have less. Got it, Evelyn? Thank you. Okay, when you have that done, now it's time for you to do some on your own. So let's take that page, lift it, find the back. Alright, so same thing. Let's start up here with number 6. You're on your own this time. When you're doing it, match the raindrops to the suns. Match them 1 to 1. Put an X on the group that has less. You're doing that. Then do the crayons. We have red crayons, blue crayons. Match them 1 to 1. Put an X on the group that has less. Less. And then be careful down here, number 8. We have trains and we have dump trucks. Match a truck to a train. A truck to a train. Truck to a train. Okay? Which one has less? Then put an X on the group that has less. If you need to put an X on each of the trucks or each of the trains, you can do that, okay? But make sure you only are Xing out one of them, either trucks or the trains, and then stop. Wait, I didn't tell you to do anything in that lesson, so just wait. Okay, did everybody already do that with the trains and the trucks? You're good? You guys are doing great with this. Good. Make sure it's either just the trucks that have X's. Okay. Which one?
Which one's less? Which group is less?
Yes, so which one has less? Yep. Yes. So the X's on those. Very good. Very good. You got it. Okay. Sorry, I want to make some people need a little help. Okay, so now, in our 5 frame, we have 3 red counters, don't we? So down below, in this 5 frame, it says, draw a group of yellow counters, so you get to use your yellow crayons, that is less in number than the red counters. So get out your yellow crayon, and draw me a set of yellow counters that is, remember, listen, less than the red. Less. So there's only a few numbers that you can do there that's less than the red counters.
She said yellow.
Less than 3. Okay, yellow counters. Not that yellow green. Get me yellow.
She wants
I want yellow crayons, guys. Not that yellow green crayon. Bright yellow, like the sun.
You might need some crayons anyway.
You guys should. You
Make
guys
a
know
group
yellow.
that's less.
Use yellow. Use yellow. All right, when you're done.
Good.
Yep. When you're done, raise your hand. We'll come grab it. Buzz will come grab it. One more time. Less than. Less than. Think about it. One more time. Less